What's going on, Fortnite fans? Yes, you have read that title correctly. I unlocked the season level 100 skin, Dire. I did it in one day, and I'll show you how in this video. A lot of players don't buy the battle pass because they think they can't unlock all of the challenges in the allocated time. Well, this season I was able to get all the way up to level 100 in just 8 hours. So if you want the max tier skin, Dire, you could get him pretty easily, even in one day. But now it's time to show you how I did it. Let's get into game number 1. Hey, look at that, we're back on good old Elbaton. This is the account I used last season to get all the challenges. At this time, I hadn't done a single weekly challenge on this account. Again, I wanted to try to do them all in one day. But this time, instead of purchasing the battle pass, I purchased the battle bundle. It's a little more expensive, but you get more tiers at the beginning. Just purchasing the battle bundle put me at a huge head start. I started at tier 31. Wow! Now the primary method I'm going to be using for getting these challenges is Team Rumble. Going into this mode makes challenges much easier, and it was part of the reason that I got my challenges done this time around so quickly. The map has clear and defined boundaries, which makes doing these weirder challenges a little bit easier. You're less likely to get killed while shooting at a shooting gallery, for instance. I do have the added benefit of knowing where some of these challenges are to begin with, as I've done them on my main account. But to make it a little easier on myself, I also have a map which has every location I need to go to. It was a big help in doing these challenges, and it allowed me to be very efficient. Oh yeah, and in this mode, when you die, you respawn. Makes it a lot easier to get some of these more exploratory challenges while also having the guns to get your kill challenges. Need pistol damage? Drop in, find a fresh young Newberton, and shoot him in the back. Yeah, I died there too, but it doesn't matter! Oh, and the whole mode is just littered with supply drops, so it makes getting kills with things like miniguns, rockets, those high-end weapons a lot easier. Sure, the wins in this playlist don't mean as much if you got them in solo, duo, or squads, but I'll take the ease of completing my challenges over that any day. Awkwardly, I wasn't recording for game 2, but look at all the stuff I unlocked! Game 3, I actually recorded! In these early games, I'm not really going in with any real strategy. There were so many things on the map and so many different guns that I needed kills with that pretty much everything that I touched was some sort of challenge. I find it a little easier to knock out my kills in this mode. Because you respawn, people don't fear the loss of life as much. Makes it easier to kill people with weird weapons. In the end, we lost, but we unlocked a ton of stuff. This mode is incredibly fast for challenges. The shooting galleries and clay pigeons are probably my least favorite challenges. They're just not fun. Though this game mode in general, very fun. It's just amazing how different people play when they don't only have one life. In game 4, I was able to finish up that stink grenade challenge, even though it did end up killing me. Again, we lost, but who cares? In game 5, this man was standing on the shooting gallery platform, so I couldn't use it. I hoped someone would shoot him, but no one did. Oh well, that's fine, I needed some sniper damage real quick. It's incredibly satisfying waiting till the end to do all your challenges. That 6-shooter kill counted for one challenge, and the tactical shotgun damage I got here also counted for another. Your unlocks don't move this quickly the whole time, but it's really cool to see a move this fast when you start. Like last time, we're going to be skipping around a little bit to some of the different games. This is game 8. This is why I don't really like the clay pigeons. The hit detection on them sometimes is a little wonky. Also, players just don't leave you alone. I'm not even bothering the other players. They're so rude! Without the risk of losing my items, I was able to play much riskier, and even though I died, I got a trap kill, which was for a challenge. I dropped back into the same place, and the other Red Hood had that same idea. How she died from the trap the second time, I'll never know. Again, games are still pretty standard, just going around mopping up certain challenges. In an attempt to make my body go 27 miles per hour, I jumped to my death, but the win saved my life. That sucks, I needed a challenge! Game 9, I found a golf cart and decided to finish up some of the more vehicle-based challenges. In this game mode, you can pretty much do all of them in one game if you're lucky. The carts also make it very easy to just traverse across the map in general. It makes getting to all the random locations on the map pretty easy. But even if you don't have a vehicle, when you die, you respawn way up in the sky. So sure, it may seem like there is a ton of stuff lined up against you if you wanted to do this yourself, complete all the challenges in one day, but with modes like this where you can respawn and fly around the map, it's really not that bad. Game 9 ended with a lag out, but it's fine, we still got some good stuff. Skipping over to game 11 where I'm playing some regular squads mode. While Team Rumble is a very fun and great playlist to get challenges, you can't get every single challenge in the game in it. For example, in this game I had to kill a player with a gray weapon. Gray weapons don't spawn in Team Rumble, so I had to be in squads. I also needed a basic pistol elimination too, and this kill fulfilled both of those challenges. And even though I found some better guns, I didn't live much longer. Game 12 was pretty nice too. It's crazy to think that I'm only on game 12, but I already have this level 70 skin. I needed a kill with a green weapon, and I got that right here. I also needed some pistol damage, which I got on his buddy. The last one of their squad was this default. He didn't put up much of a fight. Oh yeah, and I also killed this guy, but it didn't technically count for a challenge. It got pretty salty around Salty Springs, but with the recent shotgun updates, a blue pump was all I needed. 2 on 3, only other squad in the game was built up on top of this mountain. It wasn't looking good for us. Unfortunately, they got the circle. We had to push them. We died. Game 13, I didn't get nearly as many challenges done. I was a little bit distracted with the new shotguns. Feels a little bit closer to Season 3 shotguns, which I loved entirely. I needed 2 kills while standing near a corruption. Luckily, I found this rogue agent who was just not really paying attention at all. I was able to kill him by using 3 of my brain cells, then turned around and sniped his calamity friend. Easy challenges all day. I know Fortnite's main game is about survival, but sometimes it's fun to run blindly into shotgun fire. Also, at this point, as you can see, we were progressing pretty quickly. I wasn't recording for the beginning of Game 14. That's okay, most of the interesting stuff happens at this point of the game anyway. Think about how many of these players are running in just like me, with a weapon they aren't familiar with, trying to get a kill that they don't think they're gonna get. Easy pickings. I didn't get many challenges, but we crushed that team. Steak-tacular. In Game 15, I had to go flush to the pink tree to fatal to paradise to tomato. All of that was for separate challenges. It was a long journey, and at the end of it, I was ready for some carnage. This is probably the hardest default I've ever had to kill. 4 shots to take it down while this blue knight goes down instantly. Or take your own life, then the enemies won't get points. Rest of the game wasn't anything new, mostly just shooting players in the back of the head. This was a much closer game, but we still won it. I was still moving incredibly fast. I was already on tier 80. By game 20, I could see the end. There were just a few more annoying challenges to mop up before victory. One of these was to find a llama. Just one! I don't know, was anyone actually a fan of the piano challenges? Ugh! That's okay, I still had a few more kill challenges too. And luckily for me, most of the players in this game mode are pretty terrible. Oh well, who cares? He'll come right back. I needed about 100 pickaxe damage. The berserker technique works fairly well. Hooray! We won. In game 22, I dropped into Pleasant Park. I only needed 1 kill there. I downed this default, then made him cough up those launch codes. There was also this guy who wasn't bothering me at all, minding his own business, just trying to do challenges. So I killed him and beat him to death. It's okay, karma got me. Just saying, bro, that back bling does not go with that skin. One of the week 10 challenges was vehicle time trials, which made vehicles a little more scarce. So I dropped duos with Jake to do these ones. I had also been trying for the longest time to get damage with a hand cannon. I had the challenge for a long time, and in this game, I completed it. Everything was cool. We had an awesome plan, great guns. We were gonna win this one. Okay, I'm down now. Great. Jake held me in his tender arms until I felt better. Plan. Jump in behind everyone, get the victory. Moving when we did allowed us to get behind these players, which allowed for easy kills. There were still quite a few players left, so I just tried to maintain high ground. We got a little lucky with how everything played out. Somehow we managed to be the only duo left, which put the odds greatly in our favor. It was a smooth ending, and a very well-played win. That was a great match. Not only did I get the aim skin, some other unlockables, but also the webbrella. Game 24, I dropped into Lazy Links in the squads playlist. None of my squad came with me, but that's fine. I handled it. This default made his mom proud. He still died. In the end, I could see the other 2 guys. They were across the way. It was a default and his downed squad mate. The default built up, but once I got his structures down, he didn't really do anything to retaliate. I just killed noobs. I don't know how. Game 25, I was still looking for that llama. It was the only challenge I had left. The only thing I found was pain. I wasn't only going after the pinata, I was also getting the secret battle stars hidden around the map. Finding a llama would have been a great bonus, but these secret battle stars are just as important. Not the banners though, the banners are useless. I ended up getting the secret battle star in Leaky Lake and didn't really know what else to do with my time. So I bushed! I had a close encounter with this dyer. Thankfully, he didn't notice me. The bush life is a life of great sacrifice. Somehow I made it to a 1v1 in the final circle and got the first shot on the only other player. It was a little messy and he built a sky bridge that almost ended in his demise. He was quick and able to save himself on this ramp, which I then destroyed. He fell to the ground, I shot him in the face, and won the game. Game 27, I had to go back to Leaky Lake. I forgot about a battle star that was there. A little embarrassing. Unfortunately for me, this is man's country. Okay, game 28. As you can see, I literally only have 1 more challenge. It's from week 1, and yeah, it's to find that llama. With all of the challenges completed except that one, I made it to Battle Pass level 98. And forgive me, instead of spending the next untold amount of hours looking for a llama, I just spent 300 V-Bucks on tiers. You get 1,500 V-Bucks from the Battle Pass itself, so 300 extra isn't that much. Again, I just wanted to see if it was possible to get Dyer in 1 day if you hadn't done any of the challenges. Let's say you want this guy, you can get him! It only took me 8 hours. And by now I've done this twice in a row. It's safe to say that it should apply to the future Battle Passes. It is incredibly possible to unlock Dyer in 1 day, even more possible if you have more time than that. Again, this was mostly just a challenge challenge for myself. I wanted to see if I could actually do it. And I did! Hooray! Though in the first game I played with him, I didn't do that well. That is the end of the video. Make sure to use my Support a Creator code in the Fortnite store to support me with every V-Buck purchase. I would really appreciate it. Support a Creator has been an amazing support to my channel, and I really want to thank everyone out there using my code. Also, if you didn't hear, I'm dropping Tilted Towers later on this December, so make sure you subscribe to not miss that. Thank you all for watching. I want you all to please stay notable, and I will see you in the next video.